The first thing everyone noticed was the CEO's hands. Not the tailored suit, not the security detail hovering at a distance, not even the tense crowd frozen inside the upscale hotel lobby. It was his hands, moving calmly, deliberately, forming signs that only one man in the room truly understood. And when the single dad's face went pale and his fingers trembled as he signed back, "Help me, he has a weapon," the air itself seemed to stop breathing. Before you find out what happened next, stay with this story until the end, and if moments like these move you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, because stories like this remind us how humanity shows up when we least expect it. The CEO, Daniel Cross, had built his reputation on decisiveness. Billion-dollar mergers, hostile boardrooms, impossible deadlines, he thrived under pressure. But nothing in his polished corporate life had prepared him for this moment. He was supposed to be hosting a charity gala, smiling for donors, delivering a speech about empathy and inclusion. Ironically, that word, empathy, was about to be tested in a way no press release could ever capture. Daniel had learned sign language years ago, quietly, almost secretly, after his younger sister lost her hearing in an accident. It was never something he advertised. It was something personal, something human. He noticed the single dad near the edge of the lobby because of his eyes. Wide, alert, scanning every movement. The man held the hand of a little girl, no more than 6 or 7, her backpack slipping off one shoulder. They didn't belong in this glittering space, and Daniel could feel it instinctively. The father's posture was protective, tense, like a shield permanently raised. When their eyes met, the man flinched, then looked down. That was when Daniel saw it, the subtle movement of fingers near the man's thigh. Sign language. Hesitant. Desperate. Daniel responded without thinking. His hands moved slowly, carefully, so as not to draw attention. "Are you okay?" he signed, keeping his face neutral, still the smiling CEO to anyone watching. The man swallowed hard before replying, his signs rushed and uneven. "No. Please help. He has a weapon." Daniel's heart slammed against his ribs, but his expression didn't change. Years of boardroom discipline kicked in. Panic helps no one. The man explained in broken signs that he had come to the hotel for a job interview earlier that day. A security position, ironic now. He was deaf, but highly capable, and he needed the job desperately. His daughter, Lily, waited patiently beside him, unaware of the danger closing in. During the interview, another man had approached him later in the hallway, friendly at first, then threatening. The man had recognized his vulnerability. No hearing. A child with him. Easy leverage. He'd followed them into the lobby, pressed something cold against the father's side, and whispered words the father couldn't hear but could feel through intent alone. Daniel subtly scanned the room. He spotted him almost immediately, a man standing too close, smiling too easily, one hand buried in his coat pocket. The kind of smile that never reaches the eyes. Security was nearby, but one wrong move could escalate everything. And Lily, sweet, innocent Lily, was standing right there. Daniel signed again, slower now. "Stay calm. Don't react. I see him." The father's eyes filled with tears, but he nodded. Being a single dad had taught him endurance, but fear for your child is a different kind of pain. Daniel felt it like a punch to the gut. He thought of his sister, of how the world often underestimated or ignored people who communicated differently. How many cries for help went unheard simply because they weren't spoken out loud. Daniel made a decision that would later stun everyone who watched the security footage. He stepped closer, not to the threat, but to Lily. He knelt slightly, smiling warmly, and offered her a small pin from his lapel. A simple distraction. Children sense kindness instantly. Lily smiled back. The man with the weapon stiffened, confused by the sudden interaction. That moment of confusion was everything. Daniel continued signing, his hands hidden by the angle of his body. "When I touch my watch, step away with your daughter. Security will move." The father hesitated. "What if he hurts you?" Daniel looked him straight in the eyes. "He won't. Trust me." And then, as if he were simply checking the time before his speech, Daniel touched his watch. Security moved in seamlessly, like a well-rehearsed dance. The man realized too late that he was surrounded. He pulled his hand from his pocket, revealing not a gun, but a knife. Still dangerous. Still deadly. But before he could react, he was restrained, disarmed, and on the ground. The entire lobby erupted in gasps, screams, chaos. Lily clung to her father, confused and scared, but unharmed.